One. Welcome to Coffee Talk. Uncle Al, you're first. I understand, Uncle Al, but right now that's what I have. I basically can use my iPad or I can use my iPhone 7. Trust me, you don't want me to use my iPhone 7 right now. I am planning on getting new equipment this week. Oops. I forgot to turn the volume off. Oh, Lord. Joseph Moore, welcome Joseph Moore, and KP Heathen, welcome guys. I I hadn't heard anything from Wayne, the ungrateful peasant, in about 3 weeks. I went over to his channel. I checked his last live stream, which I had viewed, left a comment on, support, like. I checked his last short. I watched it. He really hasn't put out anything in about 3 weeks. Videos, shorts, community wall posts. He's been out of pocket for about 3 weeks, so I don't know what's going on with him. I hadn't heard anything from Claudette recently either. I've reached out to her. And I know that intermittently she's had some health issues, her family's had some health issues. Welcome, Bud Files. I'm hoping that the powers that be on YouTube haven't frozen his channel or done anything to screw him up. I have not checked his backup channel. I need to check his dangerous channel. And see about that. Sorry. So I have been trying to do 2 shorts a day, usually one in the morning, one in the evening. I've got a couple loaded up, ready to go, and it'll probably be in the morning before I release the next one. The current short that I've released earlier today has about 38 views, and oh, he's busy with work. Well, that's good. Jocelyn's Vlog of Taiwan. Hello, Jocelyn. Hey, talking about you when you came up. How you doing, Wayne? Hadn't seen you in a while. I was hoping you were just busy. Yeah, I did the pizza short. And my wife wanted Domino, wanted pizza, so she got a sausage and mushroom pizza. And I had like 4 slices of it. Tonight she wanted chicken, so she went to Popeyes. Hasn't been cooking much. Yard got none today. She's been doing the yard work. She did. I helped her a little bit. Yard got none today. And we have a huge yard, you know. It takes a while even with the riding mower. Then you got to do all the cut in with the self-propelled. So so looking at my statistics right now, which are not the best in the world, I'm sitting at 1,571 subscribers, so it is inching up slowly. It's inching up. 8.3K views, which, you know, it is what it is. You know, it could be a lot more, it could be a lot less. So I'm happy with that one for right now. 379 watch hours is way down. I haven't recovered. And like I said, the latest short had 38 views. Last night's live stream, which I did a two-parter because I did it in the iPad, and the iPad went out, and then I shifted over to the iPhone 7. If for some reason the iPad goes out again, and I am going to be getting a new one, if for some reason the iPad goes out again, I will reload on my iPhone 7, so give me 3 or 4 minutes to get shifted over, and then I'll go with the iPhone. So come back if you will. If you don't, have a blessed day. I understand. I did a shout out video for Hillbilly Josh Loftus. He will be becoming dangerous. Been busy working on customer guns, working on my car, became the editor of the business blog, writing my book. No time for anything. I understand, young man. I understand. You have a busy life. You are a young man, and you got a wife. You got, you know, family obligations. I understand all that. And money comes first. I understand. I look forward to your next driving video. I like those driving videos. God bless you, Uncle Al. Hope you fully recover. So, I did a shout out video, a little short shout out video for Hillbilly Josh Loftus. He'll be the next recipient of one of my goodie boxes, which I was working on the video today for that. I shot part of it, and I'll get that out to him this week. And if I can, I will try to have it uploaded, and it will be a premiere for Wednesday at 6:30 p.m. So that one, which I released yesterday, I believe, has got about 30 views. And you get a chance, it's like a minute and a half long. I was giggling again. Somebody, a channel that I don't have a lot of experience with, but I guess I'm subscribed to, they're subscribed to me. They left a comment, full view, about a minute and a half, and they did a full view, you know. Oh, well, okay, thank you for the full view. You know, and you know, I shouldn't make fun, but normally, like, you say something like that when you want somebody to know you watched like a 10-minute, you know, video, or you watched a live stream, you did a full view, or you did a full replay, you know. And I really don't, you know, see when you're talking about I've had people say full view on a short. Full view. Oh, wow, you watched all 45 seconds. Well, thank you. You know? But it's like about a minute and a half. If you want to look at it, it's basically a shout out to Josh Loftus. And it's got a few pictures of him. It's got a picture of his job site where he works. It's got a picture of his new boots that he bought. He bought some new work boots, and he was proud of those. And he had bought a new laptop a while back, and, you know, it's got a picture of his laptop, which he'd put in one of his, you know, videos talking about it. So I tried to give a little bit of flavor. He has a picture up posted of him and his oldest son, which I did not put in the dedication video. But if you want to see what he looks like with his oldest son, he's got a good-looking kid. You know, I guess it's his oldest kid, so he's got more than one. Hey, the Jamba Project. Welcome, Jamba. So the last couple of videos I've released, that video I released, and then I had done a community wall post, I basically did shout outs to 25, 30 channels that consistently support me, come in, and I just basically did a shout out to them, linking them, and hopefully when you go through and you look at who's there, if you see some channels that you're not subscribed to, you know, or linked with or friends with, I would encourage you to reach out to those channels, and they will certainly reach out to you, and that way your channel will increase and you increase together. And that's the idea with friends, is you support each other and you both have growth. 6 in the house, 6 likes. Please leave a like to support the channel. It will be greatly appreciated. Well, I tell you, speaking of things and events, June the 1st starts hurricane season here on the Gulf Coast in Texas. Texas, Louisiana, Mississippi, Alabama, Florida, Georgia, all of these states with significant coastlines, the Carolinas, you get Atlantic hurricanes, you know, they go up that way, and I encourage you to be prepared. Preparedness is important when it comes to emergencies and disasters. I was looking at the news. 11 people have died over this weekend in tornadoes over Texas, Oklahoma, and Arkansas. 11 fatalities. And you know, don't play with your life. You need to be able to shelter. So NOAA and FEMA are putting out information about hurricane season. They've got a list of items you should have. I'll go over that list again. And these are good items to have for emergencies in general. Yeah, I understand. Usually when there's a storm, some trees take the hit. You'll have the landscaping takes the hit. Wood fences take the hit. So they're saying that they're predicting 17 hurricanes this year, this hurricane season, which is basically June the 1st to November, into November. You know, they're saying 17 major storms. It could be they predict 17 to 25, and they're saying 17. Last year there were 14. They say the weather conditions are such that it could be more this year. Another item that I've been reading about and hearing about, looking into, is the grid. Apparently, in the United States, we have 3 power grids that are interconnected. I don't think we're connected to Mexico, but we are the northern grid. The 2 larger grids are connected to Canada, southern Canada, or Canada. You know, most of the population of Canada live right along the border, on the other side of the border. You know, within 50, 75 miles of the U.S. border. That's where the bulk of their population is. Canada does not have a huge population. You know, I need to look at their population. I think their population's somewhere 30 million or so. It's not a huge population. Might be a little more than that. But most of their population, and because of the weather, you know, the farther you go north, the worse the weather is going to be. They stick along the U.S. Border. Well, there are 3 grids. There is a western grid, there's an eastern grid, and then there is a Texas grid. We're linked to them, the other grids, but we're pretty much our own grid. We basically, our grid covers Texas and a little bit of a couple of bordering states that our grid covers. And we have been working since the big freeze of a couple of years ago to shore up. The state has been working to shore up the Texas grid so that in the event of all the green energy that we have up in northern Texas, we've got a lot of, we got turbines all over the bloody place, you know, for wind. But up in northern part of Texas, where it does get extremely cold and it does freeze and we get snow and ice and all that sort of stuff, they had a lot of problems a couple of years ago when they had deep freeze with the wind turbines freezing up. They weren't getting too much solar. Matter of fact, you know, you got solar panels on your roof, or their solar panels, you know, you get a lot of snow covering the panels. Do you think you're going to be getting any power out of them? So a lot of the power that they depend upon from the grid, they didn't have that. The green part of the power they didn't have. So they've been doing what they can to try to shore up the grid and try to make sure that during the winter, oh God, that's a big belly right there. I see an image of my stomach. Like, whoa, fat man cometh. Oh, Uncle Al, 25 hurricanes and 17 tornadoes. There'll be they'll be lucky if they have 17 tornadoes a month. They'll have tons of tornadoes. And the other thing is, the hurricanes have, a lot of times they have tornadoes in them, you know. Yeah, most of Canada lives under the 59th parallel. Yes, sir. Well, and you know, the other thing about that, Uncle Al, is that they're trying to increase the amount of green energy that we're using. They want more and more green. They want less and less. They don't want coal. They don't for whatever reason, gas is clean, natural gas is clean, but I don't know what to tell you. Also, they really haven't been building any new nuclear. In Georgia, they brought 2 reactors online within the last year. Those are the only reactors that have been brought online in the last 30 years in the United States, as far as civilian reactors. And all of the so-called money they're spending for infrastructure, and you're not getting the desalination plants along the coast that you need. You're not getting the power that you need. They have been doing expansions on some of the oil refining facilities, and they are building one new refinery along the Texas coast. I believe up near Port Arthur, northeast Texas coast. But Texas's grid is in a lot better shape than the larger western and eastern grids that cover the rest of the 48 continental states. You just gotta anticipate the possibility of something not nice happening, and if that were to be the case, yeah, they are, Wayne. They're trying to. The goal, and I guess this is where I get my, they flag my channel for misinformation. To them it's misinformation, to me it's the truth. But the goal of the global powers that be that want a world government is they have to bring us down to a level more representative of the rest of the countries. They need to make us a lot more docile. They need to dumb us down. They need to do things that will make it possible for us to fit into a global government. And then they have to have the laws passed that we're willing to submit to them. Holly Ivans, hello. And good evening, Little Lone Prepper. Please leave a like to support the channel. I had mentioned that yesterday my iPad shut down and I wasn't able to get it back up, so I reloaded the live stream onto my iPhone, and I did about 30 minutes on my iPhone. So I am 23 minutes into my current live stream, and if my current live stream on my iPad shuts down, and I am going to be getting new equipment, see about it this week, if I do have that happen, then I am going to reload on my iPhone and give me 3 or 4 minutes and then check back with my channel, because I will probably try to do another 30 minutes on my iPhone. And I do apologize about the equipment situation. I'm using a 3rd generation iPad. The 10th generations are out the last time I checked. And I'm using an iPhone 7, and the 15s are out. So, and they may be getting ready to come out with a 16, I don't know. But I'm behind, and I apologize. But then again, what I have is paid for. I drive a couple of older vehicles. Actually, we have 3 older vehicles, and they're all paid for, and they all run good. They got good tires on them. They get maintained. If something needs to be fixed, I pay to have them fixed. So, you know, I can't see spending $40,000-$50,000 on a new car or SUV or $60,000 on a truck when I have other things that I'm putting out quite a bit of money on. And that's the state of my finances for right now. Melinda Elliott. Welcome, Melinda Elliott. Well, that's good, Wayne. I appreciate everybody who's come in. Let me say a few things again that I said earlier, because there are some new people in the chat. When I started today, 30 minutes ago about, I had 1,571 subscribers, 8.3K views, 379 watch hours, and this is for the 28-day cycle. My last short, which I'd released earlier today, has 38 views. Yesterday, my combined live stream, where I had a part 1 and a part 2, 62 views. And my shout out video for Hillbilly Josh Loftus had 30 views. And I will be posting a premiere that will be for Wednesday at 6:30 p.m. and it will be my goodie box for Hillbilly Josh Loftus. And if you want to know a little bit more about him, look at that minute and a half shout out video that I did. It's got some images of him, shows his work site, a couple of images of he was proud of his new notebook computer he had bought here a while back. He showed a picture of some work boots he had just bought in a box. Couple of pictures of him, and I just, it's a minute and a half, and I just want to do a little shout out to him. And I will have that attached to the premiere, the goodie box video. I did a taco and talked a little bit about stuff, and then I got to load up the box. So I'll try to get that done possibly tomorrow, and then I'll get it loaded up. And I appreciate the support. It's my way of giving back, and trying to help people with preparedness. Yeah, so I have been told that, and I don't know how true this is, but to a certain extent, because I do lose a few. I haven't lost many lately because I haven't gained many lately. But if you go and you subscribe somebody's channel and they go back and they subscribe you the same day, a lot of times the subscriptions will not stick, because that's YouTube screwing around because of their so-called, what they call fair play, or what their expectations are for increasing your channel. You're not supposed to do sub for sub. You're not supposed to do this where we exchange, um, growth, and they say that you should really wait a couple days before you go back. Well, some people, I will say this: I don't unsubscribe channels. I may just not go to them, but I don't really unsubscribe channels. So I have subscribed some channels recently that chances are they haven't subscribed to me. And I'll give you an example. You visit somebody's live stream and somebody reaches out to you. Well, I've had some really large channels will make comments or reach out to me. I check my analytics to see numbers of subscribers, and I'll have somebody, they might have reached out on a couple of my shorts or one of my videos or a community wall post, and they left me a couple of, hey, blah 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 blah, but they didn't subscribe me because it didn't move. The analytics my count didn't move. But then I go over and I look at them because they want you to do the same thing for them. They want you to subscribe them, and then I look at them, and they got 18 or 20,000 subscribers. So I don't see a channel, and there are a few, because there are people who come in here that got 20,000 subscribers. When Susanna Morrison comes in and visits periodically, she's right at 20,000 subscribers. She subscribed to me. I give her support, and she'll come in here. Jocelyn's got a lot bigger channel than I do. She's at maybe 12,000 right now. She's here tonight. I don't know if she's still here, but she was here earlier. But a lot of those channels, they want you to subscribe them, but they don't subscribe you back. They might come over and they might leave you a comment, but they don't subscribe you. One, I think I've heard that there's a limit. You can only have 5,000 channels that you're subscribed to. I'm probably subscribed to a little less than 2,000 channels. I haven't checked recently. Last time I checked, I was like 1,700 something other. And obviously, I don't have that many, so I'm subscribed to more channels than are subscribed to me. But, it is what it is. So, but when you're reaching out and you're trying to grow your channel, I would reach out to channels that are smaller or similar to me or smaller than me. They're going to be more likely, when you give them, view time, and you leave them comments and likes, they're going to be more likely to subscribe you, because they're at that point where they're trying to get their 1,000, or they're trying to build up and they're similar to you. A lot of times people don't want to subscribe a huge channel because it's like they don't feel like they're going to get it back, and chances are they won't get it back. The other thing I will say is that I've got pretty good sized channels that I'm subscribed to, that I've been subscribed to for years. I've watched them for years. Like Jocelyn, she was half the size that she is now when I subscribed her. Margie, same thing. Margie TV, she's over 10,000. And, I can remember when she was like 4,000. I've been subscribed to Uncle Al. Uncle Al finally went over 2,000 here recently. He's probably somewhere around 2,100 right now. But I've been following him since I've been doing YouTube. And he has been a very good mentor to me. And there's a picture of the fat man. See, on my phone, look at what I see. I'm like, oh, look at that belly. I hope you don't see all that belly, but look at that belly. Mr. Whistle, welcome, Mr. Whistle. I haven't been paying attention. So, somebody who is a friend over in the Philippines, who is an educator over in the Philippines. She's a principal. Um, Ed's Mundia and Ed's Dancing Food, Gina. Um, she had left me a fairly long comment about she's been taking notes on stuff that I say about prepping, preparedness, supplies. So I sent her, in my response, I said, well, number one is to have bottled water. You need clean drinking water. You can get gallon jugs. You can get the half liters. I like to get 24 packs. Some people buy the 40 packs or the 32 packs or whatever. I buy the generic stuff, drinking water. Something's been filtered. You need to have water, number one. You need to have canned food, number two. Along with that canned food, if it's not pop top, it's just a good idea to have a good manual can opener. I'd have a couple of them. Something that you can use. Now, some people say, I like those small little military can little openers. They don't take up much space and they can. Well, if you're going to be opening a lot of cans, believe me, you want a full size can opener. You want something that's not going to wear you out opening that can. So I encourage people to get a couple of good can openers. Why do you get two? Things break. They're not expensive, $5, $6 for a really nice little can opener. Bottle openers, inexpensive. A lot of can openers have bottle openers attached to them. A lot of knives have bottle openers. Having a good bottle opener. The Black Widow. Welcome, Black Widow. I am not paying attention of who's in here. I apologize. Well, Black Widow, I hope you got you're at your 4,000. I will start, or I will be running some stuff tonight, trying to support my friends. I hate these. These I got from school. That's why I just ordered some more. I don't really care for these liquid papers. White multi-purpose correction fluid, recyclable. This is some of that green stuff. It's white, but it's green, if you know what I mean. Joshua Humphrey, welcome, Joshua Humphrey. So, canned food. You want to get stuff that you eat, or that you will eat. You want to get stuff that's going to, most canned foods are going to have a shelf life of a year, year and a half, 2 years. You need to have it rotatable. And then when you seriously get into preparedness, you want to start buying freeze-dried foods. They're more expensive, but they will last 25 or 30 years. And you just basically need to be able to reconstitute it with boiling water. You have to have a means off the grid to heat water. Don't think your electric stove that runs on 220 is going to work. Don't think your gas stove is going to work unless you got one that you got interior propane or whatever. You need an alternate means to heat water. And I've been putting a couple of those in my goodie boxes. You want something that you can use inside, so you use Sterno or canned heat. You don't want to use tabs inside. They stink. That's something you use out on the back porch, patio or whatever. Hillbilly Josh. Welcome, Hillbilly Josh. Your ears should be burning. I've been talking about you, son. That shout out video that I did for you had about 30 views that I dropped. Had about 30 views, and I'm sure it'll pick up. But if you haven't had a chance to look at it, please go over and give it a view. Leave a like. I will try to get my next The Goodie Box video done and have it uploaded so I can do it as a premiere this coming Wednesday at 6:30 p.m. And it'll be 15 minutes maybe. I'll try to get it finished tomorrow and get it uploaded. And I'm trying right now to do 2 shorts a day. I load one in the morning. I like to give it most of the day, and then I'll load a second one. And hopefully they bring in a few hundred views, you know. Yeah, I like the pull tabs. Like, you get Wolf brand chili, gotta use a can opener. You get Hormel, got a pull top. Those 15-ounce chilies that used to be 16-ounce chilies, but they reduced the size of them so they could, you know, why the hell they did that, I don't know, but they did. That was one of those crazy ideas they had, trying to not raise the price as much, but trying to limit that, so they just made the amount a little bit less. It's stupid to me, but there's a lot of stupid out there. So 42 minutes in, 9 in the house, 13 likes. Please leave a like to support the channel if you haven't. And water, bottled water, canned foods, hygiene, if the sewer system's not working because of no pumping and you don't have a septic system, then you want a 5-gallon bucket. You want 13-gallon trash bags. You want to be able to put one trash bag inside the other one, drape them both over the rim of the bucket, and have a plastic commode seat. Like, I got a couple of these. These go for less than 20 bucks. And then you want to have, you know, wipies. You want to have wet wipes, wipies and such that you can use, and then you do your business, or toilet paper and then wipies, you know, you do your business, clean up. Seal the first bag, seal this other bag over the first bag, or second bag, or whatever order. But you seal both of them, take them out and dump them. Yeah, we have a wood-burning fireplace. Wood-burning stove is nice. Be very nice. So if you want to be in the drawing that I will do, you want your name in the hat when I do my 1600 subscriber giveaway, and it will be in the near future, because I'm going to work it and I'm going to get it up on the past 1600. If you want to be in my drawing, you need to leave a supportive comment, a like, a supportive comment on each of the last 5 videos that I've released. Because once I reach that 1600, I'm going to go to the last 5 videos and see who left, who was there, who supported me on those last 5 videos. And if you did that in each of those last 5 videos, your name will be in the hat. Now, when I did the 1500, there were only 9 names in that hat. Only 9 names. When I did my 13 and the 1400, they both had over 40 names each in the hat. So your odds are a lot better, and I don't think there are going to be that many names in the hat this time. But I've been telling you guys, and go in and look at the descriptions. I always leave information in my descriptions of my videos. I don't do that. You don't do that for shorts. I don't do that for live streams. But I do, in my videos, I do leave information. I also leave my email address in case you want to contact me. You want to contact me, send me an email, send me your phone number. I'll send you a text message if you want to talk. Well, yeah, you could burn a lot of it. Hard to burn plastics. You really don't want to burn plastics. It's toxic. But you could burn some of your garbage. I know folks out in the country, and they get a big fire going and they burn stuff. 9 in the house, 13 likes. Please leave a like to support the channel if you have not done so. It will be greatly... And you could bury it. Yeah, you could bury it. Depends on how much you have. Now, if you're basically subsistence living because the grid is down, then you're going to be using... And if you're more of a preparedness person, you're basically going to be preparing food. And you're not going to have a lot of trash afterwards. You may be using takeout packs, so you got a lot of, because you're not washing dishes and such. You may be using a lot of paper plates, and you may be, there may be some things that you're reusing, some things you're not reusing. So you probably will not have the amount of trash that you normally would have. Because sometimes we put out like 2 trash cans of these big, huge trash cans with wheels. I got 2 of those, and sometimes we've got both of them full. A lot of times we've only got like half of one full. That's for a week. Because we just have weekly Mondays is our trash day. They pick up trash Mondays, and every other Tuesday we've got a green can that they pick up the plastics and the cardboards and the various things, and we fill that up, and every 2 weeks they, Yeah, down the road, if you've got an extended grid down situation, you don't want people smelling your food. You don't want people hearing your power. Like if you've got you're not making noise with the solar or wind, but you are if you're using propane or if you're using gasoline. You got a generator running, everybody in the neighborhood will hear it. And in an extended grid down situation, that will attract them. They won't come right at first. Maybe not the first week, they might not come, but they'll come. And you're in the situation where you've got hungry people wanting what you got. Thank you, Jambo Project. Appreciate you being here. Yeah. You also got to think about, you got pets. How much food do you have for them? You got chickens? You got chicken feed? How long is that going to last? Got to think about that. Then you start talking about free ranging. Well, you can't free range in the city. You can't free range chickens or guineas or whatever in the city. Yeah, you know, if the power goes down, your stuff, your refrigeration, your freezer, if you don't have any way to power it, that stuff's going to thaw out pretty quick. So you're going to cook a lot of stuff in short order. But then afterwards, what are you going to do? I can't take in the world. I, when I plan my preps, I'm prepping for 4 people. I'm prepping for the equivalent of my wife and I, my daughter, and her boyfriend. And that's the reality of it. I could probably support several more people, but then that would cut in half the amount of time that my preps would last. And you have to calculate that. How many people are you supporting? What do they bring to the table? If you're taking people in, what is it they bring to the table that you take them in? Is it you're obligated to because they're family? You know, what do they bring to the table? Uncle Al's been posting some really good food videos. Hello, Mama Four Boys. Welcome. So, water, food, canned food, freeze dried food. Um, you know, honest to God, I have like 9 cases of humanitarian rations. And I've got probably 10 cases of the MRE meals ready to eat, MREs. And those will last, and you intersperse them. You're not eat that's not all you're eating. You intersperse and you mix and match what you're eating. You don't eat the same thing every day. Now, yeah, oatmeal. Yep, good breakfast. A couple of packets of oatmeal, or eat some oatmeal. It's good every day. That's a meal. You want to have lots of oatmeal, or cream of wheat. You know, grits. You can make a meal out of it. A couple of packs of that, and you can make a meal out of it. Coffee. If you're a coffee drinker, you want to make sure you got plenty of coffee. Beverage powder, lemonade, tea, whether you like it hot or whether you like it cold. Oh, how are you going to have cold drinks? Power goes down. Well, that's where you want to have a couple of 12-volt refrigerator freezers. You use one, the other one's a backup in case that one goes down where it doesn't work. But you're probably not going to be able to get parts. So you want a spare. You've got power through panels or wind or a combination. And it's not going to take that much power. I would basically use it as a cooler and keep it at about 38 degrees. I'm not going to worry about ice. I just want my stuff cold. I want cold water so I can mix my milk, chocolate milk, drinks. Put grape, orange, lemonade, punch, powders in. Have a cold drink with my meal. Joseph Moore. Isobar. Welcome. Yusobar. Eight in the house. Do you have medication? Do you take medication? Better have a supply of it. I've got about a 5-month supply of my medication. I really would like to have a year's supply of my medication. We've got about a 5-month supply right now of my meds. Can you boil water? I've been saying I'm going to make some videos where I start up one of my little camp stoves, and I'll boil some water, heat some water, and I'll mix up some freeze-dried food so you see what, how it works. Can make your coffee. I mean, you don't have to spend a lot of money to be prepped for the basics. You just gotta make an inventory of what you have. You gotta make a list of what you need. And I keep telling people the same stuff. And if you look at what I post on my community wall, I'm posting examples of good preparedness and prices. You get those little Folgers coffee sticks. You get 7 of them for $1 right now. The price, thank God, hasn't gone up. The little coffee sticks. Take a cup of water, hot water, put one of those sticks in it, put a little powdered creamer, put a little artificial sweetener or a little sugar in it. That's a cup of coffee. Just have to be able to heat the water. You can use Sterno or canned heat. I really would not use the tabs inside, the fuel tabs. You can use Sterno inside, the canned heat inside, but I would not use the full fuel tabs inside. I will plan on being back tomorrow at 7. Every day, thank the Lord for the day. Say the Lord's Prayer. Treat people the way you want to be treated. Thank responders. Live by example. Tell those you love them. And everybody have a blessed day, and we'll see you tomorrow, hopefully.